All right, so after you read that prompt, the first thing that I always do is I like to do a pull apart of a prompt. It's called a do what chart. Y'all have done these with me before. Let me see if this will let me do that on here. If so, I need to go. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to do one right here. So I do this. Okay, this side is the verb, the do part. This side is the what. What exactly am I doing? What does that verb want me to do? All right. So when I go back up to the prompt, it says, for this persuasive essay, choose. All right. So I'm going to write the word, and y'all can do this with me, but you can type it. All right. Choose. That's a verb. You don't realize how bad your handwriting is until you do this. What am I choosing? What does it say after choose? Anybody? A character to analyze. So we're going to choose a character. So that's the first thing you have to do. All right, go back up. Oh, I'm going to go back up. Choose a character I can't talk. Choose a character to analyze. What are the flaws in that particular character? So what is working as a verb? What do we have to find? The flaws, right? Which we have found lots of them already in our dialectical journal. How have those flaws contributed to the decisions and relationships throughout the play? So now we also need to find, and I'm going to add this verb, find. And I can't type all this here, but basically you're going to find how the flaws contributed to the tragedy. So those three things have to be addressed in your entire essay. If you leave so much as one out, your essay score is going to be severely lowered. Okay? You don't want it lowered. You want to make sure that you can check all of these off the list. Did you choose something? What exactly are we looking for? And what did we find? All right? If I go back up, every time I click on something, Lord, there's my picture. Strangeness. It's just been that kind of day with technology today. All right. So if I go back up, what I have given you is I've given you a thesis statement. That's going to be normally the last sentence of the introduction. Okay. Now, some people put it as the first sentence of the introduction paragraph. It doesn't matter to me. As long as you have all the components and they sound okay, I'm all right with it. So here is the thesis statement. In Shakespeare's, and what kind of genre is this? What is this that we just read? Is it a book? Is it an article? Is it a play? Okay. In Shakespeare's play, Romeo and Juliet, you get to choose a character. Romeo is the primary cause of the tragic ending because, and this is where you would list his character traits, right? He's obsessive. He's, I was looking up there, and those are not Romeo's. That must be Atticus. He is, what are some other words we've said he is? Obsessive. He is immature. He is violent at times. Then you would list those out, okay? That's your thesis statement. When you come down here, I have literally outlined every sentence of your entire paragraph, of your entire essay. The introduction, the first sentence is going to be a lead or a hook. Like I said, though, some people might want to move their thesis there. It depends on your style of writing. I don't care. I have no preference. Okay. A lead or a hook is going to be something that leads the writer in or leads the reader in. Okay. Romeo and Juliet is a play that has a tragic ending, although most people believe it's a love story. Or the perception of Romeo and Juliet is that it's all about love when really it's all about tragedy, right? Those are hooks. They're like grabbing someone's attention into the essay. And then you're going to do that tag, title, author, genre. If you copy and paste this right here, then you're good. You make sure you have the title, the author, genre, and plot summary, okay? What is Romeo and Juliet? Give me the plot summary. What happens in Romeo and Juliet?
Romeo and Juliet come from fighting families, so they fall in love with each other, but then they realize that the families will probably be mad at them if they find out, so they basically kind of kill themselves.
Yes. Yep. They're all concerned about their family hate, the family feud, okay? So you would give that little bit of information in a couple of sentences in your first paragraph, and then you are going to use your thesis, and this is where you would just literally use this. Now, if you've already used William Shakespeare's entire name, then the rest of the time you're only going to say Shakespeare. You don't have to keep saying William Shakespeare, okay? Body paragraphs are going to come from your dialectical journals. Okay. Remember when a few weeks ago we moved into using the context as an intro into the evidence. Okay. So if you get stuck and you can't figure out how to introduce a quote, or you can't figure out how to lead into a quote, try to use the context box to lead into a quote. All right. Your commentary, and then you're going to do another piece of evidence and then more commentary. So you should have 2 quotes in each of those body paragraphs. Everybody understand that part? Okay, so you're doing 3 body paragraphs and then the conclusion. Your conclusion is just your summary. You're restating your thesis again, but you may want to change the wording up just a little bit. And you can talk about one of these questions right here. Right, just consider those. Do you have questions over it? So I would spend some time right now before you start writing your essay, and you are welcome. This says do not type on this document. You can type on this document. That's fine with me if it lets you type on there. Just before you turn anything in tomorrow, delete everything but your essay. Okay? I would spend some time working through your dialectical journals to get the ones that you really want to use. Okay? You don't want to have to be spending an entire hour working through those and figuring those out. Use your 3 best ones. And then if you have to add to them, then add to them. Does anybody have questions? No? Do you have questions? I know you haven't been here a lot.
I haven't been here for any of the
Okay, so do you have some headphones? You do? You have some headphones with you? I'm going to get you to watch the play. Give me a second. Let me stop this video.